Auntie has agreed to a short recording for a little snack for the tea party, and she doesn't want to be on film, but she doesn't mind answering questions. So this is the format that we're going to use, because this is my Auntie Janice. Are you aware of the Mandela effect?
I've heard of it.
Okay, so just as something to start putting little clips here and there on my own channel and start getting used to talking to people, I thought I'd ask some people some super basic stuff.
Okay.
This is also helping me get back in touch with the family and have some conversation starters.
That's true. All right.
So a really big one is, obviously, you know what the Mandela effect is. Some of us have a conflicting memory of when Nelson Mandela died. Some people say that it happened back in the 90s, like when I was in high school, and that is the memory that I have. And then Winnie, his wife, became like a wonderfully big political figure, and it was all about Mandela's memory. Now, in this reality, Nelson Mandela didn't die until 2013, I believe.
I was gonna say 2003, but
Okay, well, you got a 3 there, don't you? So do you have a distinct memory on that one, or were you not just not fussed about it? Okay, that's okay. It's one of those where I can be fuzzy on it too, because I wasn't super upset or invested in Mandela either way.
right. And it wasn't personally affected by.
Yeah,
You know,
but
his
so
passing.
Mark mentioned that you did read the Berenstain Bears to him when he was little, and I was wondering if you remember how it was spelled.
E.I. Berenstain. E.I.
Go ahead and try to spell it out. For our audience, like a spelling bee.
Berenstain.
B-E-R.
E-N-S-T-E-I-N-I-E-N.
Right? And why would you think that? Why do you think that spelling? Why does it stand out in your mind?
That's just what I
It's
think
what you
of.
think
Yeah.
of, though, right? Me too. My memory
Is that
is
incorrect?
the Berenstain Bears,
Yeah.
and I didn't like the illustrations.
Or is it
I thought they
A-I-N?
were scary looking, and since the name was kind of German, I was like, they're the evil German bears, and they're coming to get you in your
Nazi
sleep.
bears.
Yeah, that's what I thought of. So when the Mandela effect happened, this is one of the little ones that happened, but happened to a lot of people, it is now in this reality spelled Baron, S-T-A-I-n, like a stain. What? Jinx?
No.
Yeah, seriously. What do you think of that?
Did they change it, or has it
No.
always been that, and we just...
Nope, it has not been changed according to all the
Think of that.
publishers and the researchers and the people who
How
go back
odd.
through all of these histories for us. There's many places you can find that information on the web already. There's lots of people who do that research, and they'll find out, and they'll get the timeline of the logos and all the books that they can find. And no, we all have the incorrect memory, and for me personally, as an art buff, I have a reason for having that memory. So
That's
yeah,
so weird.
we're not all in agreement on why the Mandela effect happened. I have some wonky ideas about how we live in the great machine and all the timelines and programs are converging, and the machine is the eye of God. But I'm not sure if I'm correct. Also, for my future viewers, our family was Mormon, right, Auntie?
In the way old, and then
And then we converted to that reorganized branch.
reorganized, right? Which
Yes.
is non-denominational.
Non-denominational.
Right.
But Grandma and Grandpa had some great literature.
The Book of Mormon was always on the table,
Yeah, so,
which I thought was so strange.
isn't it? And now you've told me that they have those books on Pennsylvania witchcraft and all kinds of other stuff. And there's a lot of speculation in the communities that I roll with about how religion was kind of just misdirected at us to keep us under control and not realizing our full potential as sovereign beings under God the Creator. So, hopefully in October, we'll get to come up and do the salmon fishing, and I'd love it if we could spend a little time looking at those books. Maybe we can come up with a couple of minutes of things of weird.
There is weird stuff in there about, like, remedies old days. Weird, like,
You don't
what was
say.
one of them? Something like if you're pregnant, you want to have a girl, you must kill a chicken under an oak tree at sunrise. Like, things like that.
That's exactly
What?
the kind of stuff that, like, some of these people are interested in, and what I hope will be my future audience, is what was in the old books.
I'll give you that book. I read
What?
it. Yes, you can have it. It was your grandma's.
Oh, it's not even my birthday today, and
It
I've
was-
gotten a present. Oh, delightful. I love it.
Yes.
Ooh.
Well, she was your grandma, and since you're interested, then
Terribly
those
interested.
things that I am. I'm all into the mystical and mythical and spiritual, and like when I talk to most other people, even in our family.
Well, and I didn't talk to anybody for decades because I was doing my own thing, but the people I was talking to about those kind of things decided I was crazy and locked me up.
See,
And it turns out that I'm mostly not crazy, it's just
No.
that I was around the wrong people. Because
right.
there's lots of people that I've been running into, making contact with recently, who've known these things are okay and that they're real, and they happen to perfectly good people
absolutely.
all the time and have been for decades. But instead of that being an avenue that was open to me, unfortunately, they took one look at me and locked me up. And
That's what's insane.
it really seems insane because I think that we would still have Raina if it weren't for that. And I get a little pissed about it. But on the other hand, I'm not going to let that happen to anybody else. If there's some other poor little girl out there having a little trouble, oh, Big Mama here to knock 'em down.
Mm-hmm.
So, I will...
I feel that way about my son Jake. He's